Welcome, everybody, to our weekly training. Hey, Will. Hey, Amir. We're talking
Andrew.
Email RX today, which is it's a 2024 tool. It's a new 2024 tool. And the cool news is for all of you Lead Gen AI users, you're the only ones that get access to it because Lead Gen
Yeah.
AI is an email tool. So we're going to spend the time on the Email RX tool today because it is a really cool feature for you to basically have a dashboard to check the health and the success of the cold email that will be leaving the platform for Lead Gen AI. Of course, everybody knows Lead Gen AI is email dominated. There can be a little bit of a text play. There can be some outbound calling. There can definitely be LinkedIn and in social messaging, but email is the play, right? Your custom domain that you have built into your Lead Gen AI system, it's baked in, it's yours, is going to be something you want to keep on top of and you want to keep healthy. You're naturally going to have complaints, right? But you want to make sure Will's the specialist here. He's been our email marketing specialist for a long time now, probably a couple of years now, Will. So he's the guy that leads the Lead Gen AI setup. And much of the work that Will and his team does is all around getting the email set up the right way, getting it on its own dedicated domain, building it into the Pipeline Pro ecosystem so that you're mailing off your domain, not ours. And then now with Email RX, you can actually see the performance of everything, and you can also maintain the compliance that needs to be maintained with email here today as well. So we don't look at this as a rogue lead gen thing, everybody, like most companies do. They just want to just go fast, go big, break things, go rogue, and they blow up domains and they blow up platforms and they get banned and they get blacklisted with domains. Like we've slowed all that down. The reason we have a setup process, and I know some of you came into Lead Gen AI before our setup process. We quickly put a setup process in place that's now mandatory so that we know we can set you up in the most compliant way possible and the most efficient way possible. So if you're watching this and you maybe slipped into the Pipeline Pro Lead Gen AI sales system and you didn't do the full setup with Will, reach out to us so that we can. There's a fee to do it, but it's well worth it because you want to be fully compliant and you want to be able to do this at scale. And in order to do something at scale, you have to be fully compliant. You can't really do much at scale if you're breaking things and you're not compliant and things aren't sending the right way and there's no efficiency, right? So, Will, why don't you, well, if there's anything you want to say about what I just said, jump
hmm
in. And if
hmm
not, let's pivot to the Email RX tool.
Absolutely. So I would like to add something over there that the email play really, I would say, uh, is dependent on domain health and making sure that the domain health is at the highest and is very good. Sometimes it gets very difficult for clients to identify what their domain health looks like. And this is where Email RX comes into play and lets them really analyze every single email activity that's happening onto their account and get detailed analytics to identify how well their email campaigns are performing. So I'll share my screen and I'll show a little bit of what I mean over here. So,
So, Will, right now, let me stop you. So, if you're a Lead Gen AI user, which is obviously everybody on this training, that was a trick question. You all have Email RX bottom left hand corner of your dashboard. If you don't, we have a dedicated email address and a dedicated tech team to Lead Gen AI. Reach out, let us know. Amir, why don't you pop that in the chat?
absolutely, I will.
Can folks see the chat on the recording? I don't think so, Amir. Right?
Andrew, they can see the chat, but they can only communicate via the Q&A section.
No. I'm talking about the recording of this. They won't see
No,
anything
they
in
won't see
chat.
the recording.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's lead. You can pop it in for now for those that are live.
Right.
It's Lead Gen AI, if I'm not mistaken,
Yep.
at pipelinepro.co. And by the way, that's all in the members area. It's really important that you're in the members area. There's a separate members area for Lead Gen AI users in the Pipeline Pro general members area. So just want to put that out there. But go ahead, Will.
Absolutely. Now this is how Email RX is going to look like. And this is the general info. So basically, it's segregated in a way that this is where you get information about the individual emails that are being sent out, not the email campaigns or not anything that is being sent out of the workflow. So you're initiating an email and trying to communicate with your users out there. It could be transactional emails or marketing or promotional emails or anything,
Mm-hmm.
any sort of communication that you're having, but on an individual level. So this is where it really tells you if you have a free from address added to your account, what's the daily max send looks like on your account, how many of them are being sent to Gmail, because Gmail has like additional layer of, I would say, compliance regulations. So making sure what's the number of Gmail addresses looks like on your account, how many of them got accepted, and then of course the most interesting part is how many of them got delivered. If you have any permanent failures, you can go in here and try to find out why these permanent failures are happening. Is it that a certain carrier or a certain vendor is blocking you, such as Yahoo, AOL, Gmail for that matter? And then the bounced over here. So how many of them got bounced? This, as long as it's green, it means we're, below the threshold. If it turns red, it means we're going above the threshold. And then how many of them got complained? A complaint means somebody physically marked your email as spam or junk, so we can keep an eye on that too, and we can exclude those contacts who are not resonating with the content they're receiving. And then furthermore, what's the open rates and what's the click rates? Now, Pipeline Pro has the ability to do all of it and track all of it. It has always been there. Just an example, we go into this email and we see this statistics tab on the right-hand side. And this is where we get to see, so this is just not a non-functional workflow. So you might not be able to see a lot of stats over there, but on your account, when lots of emails are being sent out, you will get to see this for every single email that is being sent out from the workflow. And you might have hundreds of workflows. So it can be really a huge task to go one by one and check stats for every single email that is being sent out of your workflow. Now, what EmailRx does for us over here is that, where did it go? Oops, I changed it. 1 second. So EmailRx really lets us monitor everything within this one single page within this dashboard that we see over here. So now all of our workflows, as you see, the data is being loaded over here. All of our workflows are going to appear over here. And then we can see stats for all of them within this one place, rather than going into these emails one by one or going inside your workflows one by one. So you can monitor if anything's turning red. We can go inside that workflow and we can try to find out. We can see it says there is this one recipient that marked this email as spam or junk. So we can go identify, put them to DND, or we can get in touch, find out what's happening if there are previous clients. If not, just like how we're going to be using it for Lead Gen AI, we want to make sure that we exclude them for future sends. And then similarly, see, all of these workflows are appearing over here. It makes it very easy for us to keep a track of analytics for the entire email activities that are happening. And then when we go down towards the bottom, this really shows us everything email campaigns related, similar stats, but how our email campaigns are performing that are being sent out on off your account. So really a lot that you can track very easily within one place. And then when you start playing around more with it, there's lots you're going to see and witness and might make a lot of changes based on that.
Awesome.
And yeah, so yeah, that's how I think that's what I had to say about EmailRx, but of course, open to questions and answers if everybody has any follow-up questions regarding whatever.
Yeah, anything, if we have any questions, just, I guess, jump on the Slack, the chat thread there and ask them. We won't bring you out live. Happy to answer those. EmailRx is looking good. Will, are there any tutorials in our help library on EmailRx?
So we're working on that. We're gonna have some with Kristen when she's back, not as of yet, but we're working on that, and we'll surely have something for EmailRx within our help library as well.
Got it.
Now it's not so complicated.
It's not live for the Pipeline Pro members at this point.
Absolutely.
Amir, anything to add?
I think Andrew Will has already pretty much summed up everything. He's the expert of Lead Gen AI. So yeah, I think all bases covered there. And for support, I think you mentioned, and support purposes, we definitely will have trainings and resources available in the designated members area inside
Yeah, I'm going to
circle.so.
jump over there right now. Let me share now,
Absolutely.
Will.
All
I want to
right.
jump over there right now into, I think I have to be enabled.
Sure, and 1 second.
So if I
Yeah.
jump over there now, guys, over here in the members area that everybody has access to, I'm in the Lead Gen AI discussion area right here. So we posted this last week. Good.
Yep.
So in the help library, everybody, actually, no, let me go to Lead Gen AI training archive. This training will be in here. And I think,
Yep.
Will, do we want to? No, I don't think so. I was in regards to email RX. I think once we put this training in, this will be really a quick one today, just specific to email RX. That'll be down here, labeled email RX. Amir, so when you click on these, yeah, this is not okay. So when you click on these, you can see
Yeah.
what we covered on the training. This is just
On
one
the
of
training, yeah.
It's kind of a quirky thing with our members area here is it'll say weekly Lead Gen AI sales system training for 4/30/24, but you have to click on it, everybody. This is just the way the system is designed to see what we covered on that call, right? We're always going to have a little summary of what we cover on that call. Email RX is the tool we're gonna cover here today, so it'll just be about this. This will be a really quick one here today, but I just wanted to point that out. Obviously, we're live every single week, and then again, support leadgenai.pipelinepro.co if you have any glitches or if something's not showing or you get logged out and can't log in or whatever. We can't do anything on this call with tech support. So, but happy to assist any way that we can here within the group, and then the discussion board. This is really for you all. We'll obviously make. We'll jump in here and we'll post periodically from time to time, but really this is a discussion board for you guys to get help in real time, for you to jump in here, and really for you to integrate and mix in with one another.
Absolutely, Andrew.
Alrighty. Any questions, any comments from the live audience? I know a lot of you are watching this on replay. I'll give it a couple seconds here. We'll probably keep it to a little less than a half an hour today. Really just wanted to focus on email RX. Make sure you're using it. And then, of course, make sure you are all aware of how we can help you in this process, right? So our done for you programs, you should always just be aware of these, right? We have the initial setup now, which everybody goes through. And then also, if you want professional management, either elite 3,000 leads a month, premium 1,500 leads a month, here's what that looks like with price points right in here. Happy to answer any questions for you. I have a whole team that looks at that, managed by Will and his team. It just comes down to time, right? It comes down to, are you going to do it? Is somebody on your team going to do it? Maybe it's a VA. Or do you want a designated account manager to run your searches for you and do this at scale? Totally up to you, but it's always good to know what you have access to. And that's in resources again, right here. Right? You could hire a VA. We're actually, as of this recording is the 14th of May, we're actually doing a large virtual team building webinar tonight, which will be recorded and go into our main members area on how to build a virtual team with the virtual agencies that we use. So that'll lend some info into this topic right here of getting a VA to run it for you or having somebody on the Lead Gen AI team run it for you as well. So just want to make sure you're aware of the support and the resources here for all of you in Lead Gen AI. So other than that, guys, I'm going to wrap it here for a quick one this week on email RX. Will, as you mentioned, there'll be some more tutorials coming through. We just launched email RX into the system, and we're only giving it to Lead Gen AI users at this point. It will be for sale as a standalone service to all Pipeline Pro users, but for now, we're only making it available to Lead Gen AI users. And once we flush it out, it will be something that anybody can use, and you'll see more training and updates on it in the help library.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, guys, I'm going to wrap it there. We'll see everybody every week here, same time, same place. Lead Gen AI sales system training every single Tuesday at 5 p.m. Eastern. We'll see you on the next one.
Take care, guys.
Guys.